Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. It's time to rank 8-bit Nintendo games. Once again, here we are, episode 86. We've got a fresh batch of games provided by you, members of the Gerstmann Advisory Panel. If you'd like to join up, you can. Head over to patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann for more details about that and other things you can get there. Hot shows and bonus podcasts and so on and so forth. I've got a video I need to record as soon as I have a single night that I don't have to tend to children. That mother effer's getting recorded, let me tell you. There's 2 new flavors of C4 Ultimate Energy that I found while perusing the shelves last night that I'm pretty excited about. I've not tried either of them. This is Frostbitten Citrus. We're not going to put this on the list because we don't have time. We can't mix the lists, man. We gotta get to these 8-bit Nintendo games. So I will put this on the list at a later time. But let's see what Frostbitten Citrus is all about. That doesn't smell like, citrus. You think it just would be like like a Mountain Dew kind of thing, or maybe even an orange, or I'm just getting a generic sweetness off of this. It's like an orange. Ugh. Ew. No, it's fine. This is tastes kind of orangey. A little tart. But this is okay. I don't know. It's certainly not as good as, C4 Ultimate Fruit Punch is like the number 2 drink on the list for like a reason. It's a hell of a drink. The thing you run into with that is if you drink it exclusively, I think if you drink C4 Ultimate exclusively, and by that I mean like one a day every morning. I'm not like in lieu of every other beverage. That would be, you'd be living a life at that point. As I've said before, I had to cycle off of it because for a while I was just like, oh, let's get another case of this, and then like my stomach felt terrible, and I just like my stomach felt like absolute garbage. And so I had to kind of step down to some Rockstar Fruit Punch. And so like now I'm not buying like cases of C4 Ultimate over and over again. It's just like, I'll get a case of that, a case of something else that's, lower in, kind of lower in potency and whatever else. But yeah. Is C4 Ultimate more or less intense than Ghost? I think it's a little bit stronger than Ghost. It's stronger than the regular C4s. These black cans are 300 milligrams and whatever else. But it's not like, it's not cracked out like a red line. It's not like that level of, like crime beverage. It's not like something you're going to drink and do meth stuff. You're not going to like clean your bathroom with a toothbrush or whatever. Well, yeah, this is all right. This is okay. We've got 493 games on the list. Rapidly wow. It felt like we were just hitting 400 not that long ago, which I guess is technically true. But 493 games on the list, closing in on the 500 mark. And number 1 is Mega Man 2. And it's a great looking top 10. Bionic Commando, Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda, Rygar, River City Ransom, Mario 2, DuckTales, Contra, Baseball Stars. It's hard to envision a game cracking that top 10 these days, but that's without me looking at the list. I don't even know what would be a contender at this point too. They did make a sequel to The Legend of Zelda, so that's certainly possible here. Tanner at the bottom, Raid 2020. It's very hard to envision a game worse than Raid 2020. we've had some games that have come pretty close to matching it in some ways. Castle of Deceit, most recently, making its way into the bottom 10. Whew. Looking at today's list, I'm not sure that we will scrape either. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that because we're starting out with a pretty big game that I don't have a ton of familiarity with because it was a game that came out, after the NES had kind of run its course a little bit. And I never really knew what to make of it. Because I just hadn't encountered it very much. But let's get into that one right now. Elliot suggested this one. It's from everyone's favorite pinball star. It's called Kirby's Adventure. This is nice, indicative music of that kind of late era NES thing. Here's the famous Kirby of Dreamland. I thought it was Pinball Land. What is Dreamland? Slide, okay. I like that they have a little tutorial here in the this is nice of them to do. Kirby can then take the enemy's power. Fire, for example. Okay. Spark. The electrical attack paralyzes. Ice. Sword. Yo, man, I just ate a guy that had a knife and I took it from him. Like, that's not, I can do that. Oh, okay. I was like, why fire? What is fireball? Why is fireball different than fire? When a big enemy is defeated, eat him. What? Oh, that's when I've eaten the big guy. I can use the backdrop. I don't know that I've ever seen Kirby do that before in my life. Like, honestly, like I've played a handful of Kirby games over the years and what have you, but I don't know that I've ever really played past the first level or so of this game. Dreams and hope once gushed forth from the dream spring, fueled by the star rod. Kirby found naughty King DDD swimming in his magical waters. That naughty king. He broke the star rod and gave pieces to his friends, who are now hiding. To bring back the lost dreams, Kirby sought the star rod. Yeah, seems... Alright, 1993. Have I ever read the Kirby manga? I have not. I wanted to watch. There's Right Back at Ya, the Kirby anime. He does have a lot of moves. They're not messing around. Like, even here, just alone. You know? Just a double tap dash. Okay. But like Kirby always felt like something that was happening, like, I don't know, when Nintendo was done with a console, and maybe this is just the NES, and just like that just became a pervasive concept with me. But I feel like even on Game Boy, to a certain extent, most of the time when Kirby was showing up, it was because they were done with everything else. Nothing. I like the little graphic for nothing. Oh, we don't eat it, we just collect it. Got it. So yeah, like I just, there's a weird it's a not, I wouldn't necessarily call it a blind spot, but like Kirby's just never been something that I have, like as a kid, you know, well, kid, I mean, I was, oh, look at this. I remember this from Kirby's Pinball Land, the little bouncy jump thing. They use that here too. But as a pinball fan, the only Kirby game I owned through that era was Kirby's Pinball Land. The first and best Kirby game. Use the buttons to move the crane and try to get a Kirby. A big one's hard to get, but worth it. I got a big Kirby. They said it would be worth it, but nothing happened when I got it. Two up, two up. Wait, bonus lives for player 2? I got ripped off. But yeah, you know, like I wasn't even renting NES games by the time this game came out, and Nintendo, I'm trying to think, you know, 93. No, so the first thing Nintendo ever sent to me was Super Metroid and the SNES with like it was like a packed in Mario Paint. Like the SNES had been out for a while, but it was like a bundle they were doing for holidays or something. So I'm thinking like that this would have been before, this would have come before then. But like I don't remember, you know, kind of still being around it and stuff, you know, since like 92. I don't really remember Nintendo, like Nintendo didn't seem like they cared about Kirby because it was an NES game. And they had moved on. Like this was coming out, and I'm sure that this was like very awesome for people who, you know, didn't have a SNES, right? This is probably like amazing, but like I don't remember Nintendo spending a bunch of time talking about this specific game. Like it just kind of appeared, and you're like, oh, okay. Ugh. Oh no. Okay. This feels like a bad spot for me to be standing. Oh, okay. It's tricky. Oh, I had a mouthful of something already, huh? Oh, God, he's inching his way forward now. I thought we were... Get away from me, you sicko! Was this the game Nintendo made? Okay. Hear me out. Is this a game that they made specifically, though not identically? No, because the timing wouldn't... No. Is this the game... Is this Nintendo's answer to Sonic the Hedgehog? Because when you get hit by the boss, you got one thing that pops out, and you got to try to collect it. It's a one-time use, huh? Like that bit that happened there where I dropped the star and then had to get the star again was very much boss hit you and there's one ring bouncing around and oh my God, I need to get that ring. You know what I mean? A little more slowdown here than you would think that they would be willing to allow. Yay. I really like the level of control you have. I mean, that's, you know, for the NES, like the ability to run at all on a double tap like that. I see why someone might have looked at this guy and said, we got to make a game where these guys fight. We already got a double tap dash run in here. We're most of the way there. Later for y'all. Fuck you. I want to be able to slide. Oh, okay. Okay, so if I... Ah, look at that! If you double tap, if you do the run on a slope. Look at that! Look at that, Kirby! Look at him fucking go! That's awesome. Okay, now hear me out. Is Kirby's Adventure Nintendo's answer to Sega's Altered Beast? I mean, look at this attack. This is straight out of level 1 of Altered Beast. Like relatively sophisticated controls, but like without, like all of it feels great. Like all of it feels intelligently laid out. Like the, you know, pushing up to just immediately start flying is like kind of a weird input out when you say it out loud, but in action, like once you get used to it, it's a great. I mean, Kirby has to be able to do that, right? Like that's the way the game is designed. Like, but also it's well. You don't feel like you're doing it by mistake or anything weird like that. Like it's a good solid feeling input. Oh, the slowdown is so much though. Can I drop down? No. Oh, crouch noise. I appreciate that. Really good use of the color palette, like, you know, I mean, oh, that's right, I forgot about the little slide. Does that attack? Can I Sub-Zero my way into dudes? This is sick. Like like again, the number of moves at your disposal for a 2-button controller without them wasting a bunch of time with, you know, like fucking bullshit menus and like whatever else, man. Like, you know, like they found their way into like an action game with like some more mechanical complexity than the average NES platformer. Like in a lot of ways, this feels like, hey man, we're like the last hand on the bat. This system is fucking done. And we have looked at a lot of games for a lot of years over here at HAL. It's a laboratory for a reason. Because, fool, we're doing research. We made all these great pinball classics over here at HAL. And we got a good handle on ball-shaped creatures. Be they pinballs. So are all of these one-time use? Okay, no, this is... Oh, so is this just regular freeze, or is this super big man freeze? Yeah, fuck yeah. Kick these fuckers to death. What a good-ass game this is, man. This is always something I kind of just respected from afar when, like, yeah, man, Kirby's awesome. And you know, you play some of the later games and, you know, play the Game Boy game and all that. But, like, This is just a great animation, too. Oh. Looks great, sounds great, moves like incredible. Like again, just there are so many, you know, and this is not the only like good feeling platforming game on the NES, but like, man, it's just so precise and it feels great. It responds when you want it to. Word. I mean, normally to beat a tree like that, you gotta have pinball flippers. So the idea that Kirby can just do it is really crazy to me. Music keeps going even after you go into a level, which is like a nice little... So what does collecting that do? Is that something... So that's a stopper that I can put in the out lanes and it'll prevent me from losing my ball, right? Oh, right, I can fly. I was like, oh shit, that jump. Problem solved. I mean, just not to get, like, fucking hung up on small stuff, but the slide, the like, if you run down these, he slides, is so good. And you do get a nice little jump off of it. Like, this is... cool. Ah! What a dick. That's a bumper, right? We bump the ball bumps off that, and this is a little spinner. Like I spin, yeah, it's a little spinner, and then yeah. Uh-oh. Nah. I have to know. Okay. Oh, I thought this was going to be a fat door. Sure. Oh, God. I was sitting there going like, I wonder if I should change powers here. That might be nice. And then he said, check this shit out. You. Oh, look, fuck, dude. What? He's got this fucking spin jump sword attack? Yeah, I fucked that up again. The slowdown is really a bummer. Like, it's kind of the only thing I would look at this and go, yeah, you could have, this would have been. Oh, you're not going to stop. That's not going to stop you. Wheel. Now, hear me out. Is Kirby's Adventure Nintendo's answer to Sonic the Hedgehog? Because I mean, look at this. These levels are breezy. These levels are not super long. And sometimes, I don't know, that's kind of nice. Sometimes it feels like, oh shit, this level's already over, huh? Is that a little too far over? Or is it, this is just a very generous, yeah. This thing is, oh! Rip off. Kirby turns into a wheel and can move at super speed, but watch out for obstacles and excess speed. Telling me that speed kills. Is there anything secret down here? No, okay, we're not scrolling down under any circumstances. This is not a secret warp zone. Ah, get away. Oh well. so I guess I can't. If I had like what, like spark or something like that, I could. Ah, fucking. They really kind of screw you over if you lose your power underwater, huh? Oh. Just got a whole crew of jerks over here. Oops. Shit. Oh, this is like a weird spot to be. Oh, way out. Oh, it's okay. I thought I was like waiting for the main dude to come back, but taking care of these guys is actually just doing boss damage. So this is just a gang fight. Ah. Shit. No, jump. Okay, that. Damn it. Here is the colorful display of enemies with special abilities. Eat the one you want. Oh. I mean, laser sounds pretty cool. Oh, is it? It's just... Okay. It's not every power. Laser? Fuck, dude. Kirby shoot lasers. No, give me back my laser. Ah, but... Ah, fuck me. No. All right. Rock. Sure. Not infinite uses of the thing that kills everyone on screen. Hey, listen. What the fuck? Terrifying. Oh, look at this little prism business. Reflectors and such. Oh, this... I don't know that I realized the cannons were aiming at me. It's handy. Fuck all y'all. Yeah, well. This seems like it's been very good so far about always having some other shit for you. Like, hey, next world, we got some other stuff for you. Okay. You can get a tomato. And an ability for a win. Oh, I did like freeze. Still, lasers pretty good. Oh, that's bad. Probably should have went and got some more laser from that guy. Well, if I have wheel, I can get down there and probably kill all these guys, right? I probably don't. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Stop it! Well, get wheel. Oh, yeah? Oh, you think sword's cool? Okay, fine. You're right. Fuck. Dumb. Really liking the way he walks with this sword. What? Wait. The umbrella was a bad guy. Just like Resident Evil. Now hear me out. Is this Nintendo's answer to Resident Evil on account of Evil Umbrella? Yeah, like I feel like the ends of the levels just kind of, you're like, oh, by the way, this is the end. You're like, oh, geez. Like, it always seems like there's going to be more. But there's just not a lot of fanfare to it. It's just you just walk there and you're like, oh, here's the door. Shit. Okay. So can I go back here and get... Can I just do this? Boy, you sure can. This star will take you to another stage. Hop on a star with a number, and let's go. Well, I don't think I need to do that. But okay, good to know. Come down here so I can paint you to death. Oh, God. I've learned the trick of the evil umbrella. Oh, I was facing the wrong way. Take me to the butter building. The butter building. I've been to a butter bridge before, but a whole building. we talking about? Like, these super abilities are fun, but like the laser is the laser. If I had a way to get in there and hit whatever that thing was, it would do something. The butter building. Can I be hit with my own laser? Just headbutt these guys and get my laser back. Oh, now hear me out. Is Kirby's Adventure Nintendo's answer to Castellian? Is this indeed the Tower of Eyes? Oh God, it's fucking bad out here. Fuck. I mean, UFO is oh. Let me just go back in here and I probably could I have blown air at that also? Oh, that's oh, you dickhead. wheel. Pretty good. Oh, that's not scrolled down. That was not like I need to bust one of these up and then go down there. It's like, nah, man. Huh. Okay. Good God, man. Backdrop. Fuck. This game's pretty good, huh? I was gonna say, can I do like a jumping? Yeah, you can. You can. You super can. Oh, oh. Pretty satisfying, these moves. I'm in here. I'm in here now. Oh, Did we go in here already? No. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so that brought us there, but does this bring us back? Okay, it does. All right. Like, are these doors governed by any kind of meaningful logic? Right, okay. was a neat change of pace. Little maze kind of thing. All right. Maybe we'll look at like one more level here. Oh, this seems very like, hey man, no, for real. You're gonna want this. I assume he does damage on the way up. That this is like a solid anti-air. That this is... Alright, hear me out. Is this Nintendo's answer to Street Fighter 2? Oh, yeah? Oh, that should have hit, I think. Mistimed it. That time I screwed up. The other time, seems like that should have hit, but... Sometimes you just need to suck these guys. You know? It's tempting to get all fancy with your fancy powers. Well, not that way. And suck them from the back. There we go. You know, some kind of weird slowdown in spots. Oh, I lost track of what I was doing. Okay. What? I get free hats? The enemy draws, press the A button. If you press 2, okay, hang on. Hear me out. Is this game Nintendo's answer to Wild Gunman? This is fucking amazing. Oh. The quick and the dead. Like cool music, fun hats. Like what the fuck? I've literally never seen that before in my entire life. That right there. Like, you know, Kirby's getting up to some stuff in these Kirby games, but then... This butter building. I don't trust it. Like you see new enemies and you want to take them inside of you to see what happens. gonna say, will this man give me a hammer? And that's that whole level. It was like, here you go. Here's a hammer. Yay, the hammer game. Well, I want to use the hammer, so we need to go to the next level here. I mean, laser's cool, but... Oh, look at... You can just keep doing this spinning here. All right. Ah! That. What the fuck even happened? Give me back my hammer. All right. Get these fuckers. Oh, that's just like anywhere. That's messed up. All right. I feel like the hammer should be able to bust up these cannons. A sword is like a hammer. You mother... Wow, okay. I thought I had to get down to the bottom and fast, but... Oh, shit. They gave me an egg. Ah, you. Wow. Some good ass music. Nice little dark level. Like, just some great visual styles in this thing. Actually, do you do anything? You seem like you would. Light. Okay. Indeed. The light guy's name is Cool Spook? Okay. Press the buttons to make Kirby's mouth open. Try to eat eggs. But not bombs. I did the exact opposite of what was asked of me there. And then this is the warp. Is this the... Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we're here. Oh, these fucking guys. So, you know, you got to make the stars come out, and, now, see, if I had some flippers here, this would be easy. If I could just... Well, why... Well... And then they switched. Okay. All right, Kirby's Adventure. Is it just autosave? I don't need to hold in reset and turn off the power? What a world. Kirby, man. That fucking guy. I mean, that's a real good game. You know, would it benefit from like having more pinball in it? Absolutely. Yeah, I think it would, you know. If we had some more flippers at the bottom sometimes, and like a lot of the enemies and things that I'm picking up in this world just feel like they belong on a pinball table. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But, you know, Kirby's a ball. And he should be hit like a ball, I think, a lot of the time. But maybe now I believe that Kirby can walk. Maybe Kirby should also walk sometimes too. You know? That's just a hell of a game. Like, you really see, like, that feels like a game that could only be possible by like 1993. It feels like a mastery. Like this is a game that brings together so many different things and does so many of them well. I mean, HAL is HAL, right? I mean, goddamn, right? They made so many great... HAL, you know, they're ball experts. HAL has made so many great digital video game pinball games over the years that it's no surprise that when it comes to a pinball-shaped pinball like Kirby, that they decided to make walk here, I guess, that they fucking knocked it out of the park, right? They spent so much time in the labs to make it happen. Well, like, you know, inventive little mini games and just like so many different, there's like so much happening in this game. Like, as it you know, it's not the last game that exists on the platform. It's probably the last big first party published game, right? Like maybe there's like one or two after, but like there was like, you know, it was like what, you know, the stupid Lycan games or something that came really late. No, those weren't that late though. Yeah, like Wario Woods is like the last, right? But this is, yeah, this is probably like the last like massive NES game that I remember, you know, like, and again, you know, that was the thing, kind of starting to get into video games, the industry, and going to trade shows and stuff like that. You know, no one was focused on what was happening on the last platform, just like any, you know, just like it is today. Well, not maybe not today. This generation's been weird, but you know, there is a real tendency to just like fucking move on. And the minute the next thing comes out, you know inherently that a bunch of games are still kind of coming out on the old platform because the install base is big and there's good money to be made there, and you know, there's like a lot of good business reasons to do it, but you move on. And so, like, hearing about Kirby, it was just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I think the NES one was the first one I remember hearing about. I know Game Boy came first, but Nintendo wasn't always, I don't know. There was a time when Nintendo didn't always surface their Game Boy games to the trade shows and to the media and all that stuff the way that you think they probably should have, for as like big as some of these games are now. Or the way that they're thought of now. Like, you know, some of these like felt very under the radar. And so Kirby is a game that is very much in that bucket of like, here's a game that almost flew entirely under the radar. I know it existed in Nintendo Power, and I know that there was some media coverage devoted to it, but like, it probably was primarily Nintendo Power at first. It was covering this NES game, because again, you know, like all the other magazines, you know, there was just like, here's the newest, latest 16-bit this and that, and you know, most of the magazines, with probably I guess the exception of GamePro, they were more teen oriented and edgier. So a game like Kirby is very easy to overlook in the context of like how a lot of that stuff gets covered, and so. Like, I remember hearing about Kirby, but never really seeing it, and just like, oh yeah, Kirby's a thing, I guess. I don't know, you know. What's that? Oh, I don't know. Some fucking, it's a NES game. Like, who cares? You know, like no one really. I don't remember hearing about it, talked about it as anything special. It was just like, oh, is this a Kirby game? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, whatever. And you know, you were on to like whatever is happening. Like, I heard they're going to make Metroid, or, you know, Super Punch-Out, you know, whatever the fuck was coming out on the SNES by this time, you know, year 2 or whatever. So really, you know, that's kind of always been my feeling about this game in particular, but really like a lot of the Kirby stuff is that it always felt like it was kind of happening in the background. Obviously, like, Kirby is never presented the same way as Mario or Link. Or Samus, you know, like even Samus to a certain extent, even though there's been more Kirby games, but Nintendo just never presents Kirby as like, check it out, check this fucking dude out, he's fucking rips. Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, here's another Kirby game. And so Kirby has always felt like this, like, he's the cleanup guy, he's the guy that comes in at the end, you know, and yeah, I don't know. This is a fantastic game. This is a really amazing video game. Especially in the context of this platform. Like, you know, there's quite a bit of slowdown, obviously. Like, even just that spark ability or whatever. Like, even if you hit it with one enemy on the screen, it feels like, you know, the game slows down. Yeah, no, Kirby, yes, you're right. Kirby definitely, like, enjoys a little bit more probably promotional love in Japan, whereas sometimes here Kirby feels like the Starfy they decided to publish here for a change, but just barely. I don't know. Obviously all these years later, Kirby's a much different, you know, like taken in a modern context. I mean, Kirby's the main character of Smash Brothers. Everyone knows that. It's, you know, and so he's grown into becoming a fixture, though certainly he never really, you know, I don't think he enters the conversation the same way. Again, you know, Mario and Zelda, and then the kind of the bigger franchises. But this is a hell of a game. Like, this is a great platformer. Again, there's a precision to the movement that so many, especially when we look at these late era NES platformers that a lot of the third parties were just fucking cashing in on and just being like, here's some more dog shit for you. Like, if you were an NES owner that hadn't moved on by this point, this must have been fucking amazing to have this in conjunction with a lot of the other just horse shit that was coming out of the platform this late. to get something like this must have been very nice. And a good reminder that, you know, like when a great developer gets their hands, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know, the tools at their disposal, they can make something great. And make something that stands out, even again, as something that comes at the end of a long list of amazing games for an amazing platform. To turn this in so close to the finale and just be like, oh, well, okay, yeah, no, it's been a fun time this last, well, you know, I don't know, what, 10 years or something if we think about the Japanese release of the Famicom. To just like show up and plop this down and be like, yeah, but check this shit out, like that's nuts. I have to play the rest of this. This is a hell of a game. And that's the most of it I think I have ever played. Again, like you kind of mess with it and certainly not when I have played it previously, I am not really thinking about it in the context of the science we are doing here of like, hey, how is this game actually? It's just like, oh yeah, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby does Kirby stuff. You know, and you play it and you go like, yeah, here's more Kirby. But like to think about it in the context of the platform and when it was released and you know, we have seen some of these 92, 93 games that have come out. Some of these games that we've been playing recently that are like mind-blowingly bad. You're like, holy shit, what the fuck? Just terrible video games. So to see this, like, yeah, it's astounding. It's really astounding. But where does that put it on our list? It's inventive. It's novel. Like there are things in this game that you see that feel like they're just happening like once, or you know, 2 or 3 times over the course of a game or something. You know, it's not. It feels like they put a lot into it, and it just controls great. Like that's the part that really, you know, you have a lot of options at your disposal, and they all those options feel pretty good and feel like they're right there. You know, like I was fucking up left and right, but you know, with practice, I bet you get real good at Kirby when you slide, when you know, like timing all that stuff together. The responsiveness of the controls goes a real long way. But like, is it better than Panic Restaurant? I mean, yeah, it's better than Panic Restaurant. It's better than the Battle of Olympus. It's better than Xanac. I mean, is it better than Balloon Fight? I mean, same. It's better than Balloon Fight. It's better than Cobra Triangle. Certainly better than Mega Man 1. It's better than Lil Samson. It's better than Lone Ranger. It's better than Blaster Master. Is it better or worse than Metroid? That's a tough one. Metroid is you know, again, the way people shit on the original Metroid sucks. Because I think it gets the vibe down for that style of game much better than its sequel does. In terms of like the mystery and mysteriousness of it. Kirby is better than Metroid. Kirby's better than RBI Baseball. Is Kirby better than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know, Punch-Out goes a long way on personality, right? Like the gameplay of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is fine and cool and all of that. Like it's comparing two dramatically different types of games, right? You know, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is, I mean, it's tempting to call it a rhythm game, but you know, obviously the inputs are not necessarily rhythmic, but it is pattern matching and that sort of thing. In fact, I might say if you took Punch-Out and made it a rhythm game, then you'd be onto something. It's better than Punch-Out. Kirby's better than Baseball Stars. Kirby's better than Contra. Kirby's better than DuckTales. Man. This is tough. Is Kirby's Adventure better than Super Mario Brothers 2? Mario Madness. No. I mean, Kirby could suck up a vegetable. Is Kirby's, hear me out. Is Kirby's Adventure Nintendo's answer to Super Mario Brothers 2? In terms of you being a platform character that picks things up and spits it out at stuff. There are cool bosses in this. Are they cooler than Mouser and Clawglip? Birdo, if you will. I do love Birdo. What if Kirby's Adventure was a Birdo game? I mean, it would be awkward because Birdo is taller than Kirby, but hear me out. Is Kirby Nintendo's answer to Birdo? I love Birdo. They should do more with Birdo in general. But Kirby's Adventure is a better game than Super Mario Brothers 2. I think the wider range of just things you're doing, obviously the powers and abilities that you have at your disposal across Kirby is, there's more to it than pick up vegetable and throw it, pick up shell and throw it, pick up thing and throw it. Kirby just has more moves at his disposal. Kirby alone, I think, has a stronger move set than all four of the playable characters in Mario 2 combined. Not that it's just a numbers game, but I think Kirby just feels better across the board than Mario 2 does, which is, again, Kirby is a game built on the shoulders of all of these other games. They're able to take in so much by 1993 and look at some of the other things that have been made across the board, that it's really, in some ways this feels like a game that only could have been made this late in the life cycle. But we're not necessarily judging by time or whatever. It's more just kind of an interesting side effect of like how this game, happened, or how this game could have happened. So, yeah, this is better than Mario 2. Is it better than River City Ransom? That's a rough one. These are all getting pretty rough. I love River City Ransom the thing I've always the issue I've always had with River City Ransom is I wish that it told you what the fuck you were buying and what it did. With like maybe a few exceptions for like the more mysterious items or something like that. But like there's the stats screen in that game is so ridiculous. I'm just like, what the fuck did I just level up? Like I just ate a food thing and it gave me this. Like how much of this stays with me and how much of it goes away when I die? Like what am I actually like there's a lot of stuff like that. River City Ransom, I've always loved that art style. The Kunio-kun dudes are just fucking cool looking dudes. And they fight good. You get that, was it Dragon Feeder? You start reading some books, get your hot triple kick going. Feels real good. And River City Ransom, is this kind of like proto open world, right? Like that's another thing that maybe the game could have been better about is being better at more directly pointing you at where you're supposed to go. You can find some people who will tell you like, oh, he's on the rooftop of the school. He's like, he's over here. He's over here, and you can kind of find your way to the boss fights. But like progressing in River City Ransom is sometimes fucked. or it's fucked until you know exactly what you need to do. And then the game is like 25 minutes long, well, maybe not that short, but it is run to a boss fight, run to a boss fight, run to a boss fight, and finish the game. And that's kind of, there's a sameness that settles in with River City Ransom in terms of, you just kind of do this thing. Maybe you save up some money to buy the three items you like to have. For me, it's always the kicks. Maybe that's it for everybody. I don't know. But, maybe some people buy the weapon, you can get your lead pipe on. But, Kirby, again, I think there's a wild amount of variety to Kirby that you wouldn't immediately expect. The way they play around with it, I think that's the coolest part about it is, you'll see levels that are just like a couple of quick screens, levels that are longer. Like there's a willingness to just fuck around with the form in Kirby's Adventure that, you don't see out of a lot of other games. Like that ends up feeling very confident. There's a, hey, here's this one-off little thing we made for the, like and having these wide variety of abilities and stuff. Kirby's Adventure is better than River City Ransom. Kirby is not better than Bionic Commando. Is Kirby better than Rygar? Nah. It's hard, man. There's so many, you do end up with this kind of era specific issues that, some of the earlier games on the platform had more frequently than, games that came later. Though, well, whatever. That's not entirely true. There are plenty of bad games that came out late in the life cycle. But like Rygar is like sort of buggy, like, or it's, it's not sort of buggy. there's a certain amount of like weirdness to it that I think is inherent to games of its era, right? But like, I love the progression of Rygar. I love the way you get more powerful. Like, it's something we take for granted nowadays because just a lot of games do this. Whereas at this point, it was really mostly just role-playing games that did this. Where like, oh, you could return to the first area and one-shot everything because you're level 40 and here you are. You bought this sword and you bought that. Rygar does that almost in the background without you necessarily realizing it until you break down what Rygar is and how it works. But like those mechanics in Rygar are kind of fucking awesome. As you just like, you build yourself up by attacking. It is the Elder Scrolls Oblivion of its day. It is Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, but good. It is Rygar is a game that kind of, the translation and some of that other stuff sort of gets in the way a little bit, where when they're telling you how to get to Gar laws, you're like, I don't want, okay. Like, well, none of this makes any sense, but okay. So there's a certain amount of like, once you know what to do in Rygar, it's both a better game and a smaller game, right? Because once you dial in exactly where you need to go and what you need to do, Rygar is not that long of a game. Whereas playing it originally without any of the stuff, it felt like it felt massive. It felt impossible. But like once you break down what Rygar is and where you need to go, what you need to do, there is certainly a little bit less to it than initially it lets on. I love Rygar. Rygar is a fantastic video game. Great game, great music, as they say about all the best video games. But I think Kirby edges it out. I think Kirby is a better game than Rygar, scientifically speaking. So is Kirby's Adventure better or worse than The Legend of Zelda? It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up talk. It's really fucked up. It's a really fucked up conversation to have. I hate to even have to have it. But this is science, man. This is how it happens. If you wanted to make a case against the very first The Legend of Zelda, I think you would focus on the tile-based movement, the four-way movement, and some of the stuff that you kind of get. Not tile-based movement, but the four-way movement and how that sort of works ends up being a little clunky. Especially when it comes to combat, you can really only stick that sword out in 4 directions, and sometimes an enemy is coming at you a little weird, and you gotta and neither option is good. And so the answer is you needed to reposition yourself, but you needed to do that about 30 or 40 frames before you did. So fuck you, I think The Legend of Zelda, what it does in terms of just like creating this world and creating this place and filling it full of fun dungeons. I think that, there's obviously there's hidden stuff in that game that is a little bit esoteric that I think, some people are going to say like, oh, what are you going to do? Walk around and bomb on every screen and look for shit? And the answer is yes. Yes, because the game is that good, because the game is like that engaging that you want to do that level of exploration. That was That's exactly what I did. That is 100% what I did. Like, okay, we need to go get some more bombs, and we need to do this screen, this screen, this screen. I'm going to find all these heart containers. I'm going to do this. Like, you wanted to do that. You wanted to burn all the trees to see, just what was there. And, I think that wraps around on itself a little bit when you get to the second quest. And you start having spots where you just needed to push against the wall for a while to walk through the wall. Like, they get too weird for their own good there with some of those secrets. But at the same time, the idea that it existed at all and gave you like, hey, we by the way, here's a remix of this game that we made to be, tougher. It's still kind of the same game, but there's a toughness to this that, you didn't see in the first game, I think is fucking amazing. Kirby's very inventive, and the variety carries it a very, very long way, and the control is incredibly tight. I think it's very frustrating. Again, it's frustrating that Kirby has such slowdown in it. I'm sure that that's something you could overcome. Has the person who is porting NES games to SNES games? Is Kirby, has Kirby been done yet? That would be a good one to do. The SNES version of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is really fascinating, by the way. If you have not seen that stuff, like someone is out there doing that work, and for Punch-Out, the entire HUD has been redone. Like all the on-screen information is presented in a different way that is kind of fucking amazing. You should check it out. It's fucking bonkers. It's like that, DuckTales, Zelda, like Mega Man 1 and 2, maybe? It's not a huge list of games that, NES games that were ported to SNES, but someone's out there doing it on, I think they have a Patreon, but the patches get released publicly eventually. And so there's a small handful of these games that have been ported to SNES, generally with, improved, like they don't flicker as much. They run, but yeah, Metroid. Some of them have like all new features in them. And yeah, Ninja Gaiden and Metroid and whatever else. Like there's a small handful of games that if you haven't seen them, some of them are pretty fucking neat. Punch-Out is probably the most striking one, just because again, so much of the game has been reworked to make better use of the screen that in some pretty cool ways. Kirby would be a good one for that, just from a slowdown perspective and whatever else. But I don't know what else you would do. You don't need more controls. You don't need more buttons. Like they do such a good job with the controls in Kirby that you wouldn't necessarily need to do that. Zelda's pretty hard to beat. Zelda's pretty hard to beat on this. I think Kirby is a tremendous video game. And makes such great use of the hardware. That really, I think the only thing you could say about it is like, again, if that slowdown wasn't there, you can maybe say that the game could stand to be a little bit more difficult in some ways, but like, maybe it's a little too breezy for its own good. But like there's decent little secrets and things to find. Like there's reasons to get good at Kirby, which is nice. It's not just all for show. But we're looking at our new number 5, Kirby's Adventure. I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising that there's like getting to be a good number of first-party games in the top 10. This is where Nintendo made it happen. This is where Nintendo became Nintendo, really. Like, this very platform is where all of this happened. And so, you know, the reason why Nintendo can have a fucking theme park and, you know, stores where they just sell their stuff is because of things that happened in this, you know, 10-year period. Obviously, games that came later certainly have contributed to that legend and built that even higher. But these foundations here are fucking massive for the medium as a whole. Kirby's Adventure, number 5. Like, think about it this way. We were talking about how Kirby kind of doesn't really necessarily get his due as, you know, as good as those games have been for as long as they have been that good. For as good of a fun mascot character, platformery kind of thing, you know. And he's not even on the fucking list. No one's going, are they going to make a Kirby ride at the Nintendo theme park? Because there's fucking way bigger, like, worldwide franchises that Nintendo has at its disposal that they don't even need to tap into Kirby. It'd be cool if they did, right? But they also happen to be the company that makes fucking Mario and Zelda and, you know, Star Tropics, you know, the stuff that matters. So maybe someday they will do more with Kirby. You know, they got Wario, they got Waluigi, you know. But I hope, again, you know, it's really cool to see a pinball superstar like Kirby break out of that mold and become something more. You know, a platforming, like a pinball. It's like the opposite of a Sonic Spinball. It's like Sonic Spinball, but good, is what Kirby's Adventure is. You know, it's like, hey, we took a pinball and made it into a game where you're walking around. Like, they did it the other way, man. Strength to strength, I say. Kirby's Pinball Land, probably maybe still the best Kirby game. But Kirby's Adventure, also amazing. Where would I have guessed that Kirby would have placed before today? I don't know. Like, I would have figured it would have done well. You know, but Kirby, you know, again, just because of reasons of it just never really existing outside of like an idea of just like, oh yeah, they made that Kirby game, and you know, but like no one's playing it because they all bought SNESs by now, and what you know, we don't have time for this shit. But it does, you know, again, I think there's a certain like mastery of the form kind of feel to it. You know, like they're also very smart because if you think about the NES in the 90s, 93, whatever, you have a system that has been replaced, successfully replaced with one of the greatest gaming platforms ever fucking created, right? They didn't necessarily know that then, but you know, by 93, it was pretty obvious that Nintendo was onto something with this whole 16-bit thing, you know? They'd found something cool. So, you know, instead you have the NES existing in this form of like, maybe you've replaced it, but maybe you've also handed it down to a younger brother or something like that because you are an edgy teen now and you are playing fucking dark video games. Like, ActRaiser. I don't know. Or perhaps ActRaiser. Fuck, I love ActRaiser. So to have a game that comes out this late in the life cycle, where again, this might now be a system that has been passed down, handed down, you know, like whatever, to have a game that is like not super difficult, and colorful and fun and all this stuff, like it is kind of a perfect game for like that era of the platform. I don't think I don't say that to belittle it or whatever, but like at a time when Nintendo was getting into 16-bit stuff, and you know, especially the third parties were getting a little bit edgier out there as well, for Nintendo to be publishing Kirby, for HAL to be making Kirby, all of that other stuff. Like again, there's a very sensible, hey, check out this cute mascot thing. Like, you know, like there's very much like a sensible younger sibling kind of mentality there, that I think works. Yes, for those who could not or would not play it loud, there was Kirby's Adventure. Everyone's favorite pinball turned into a proper video game. Shocking. Shocking. Okay. Number 5. All right. Let's move on. Ugly Lawn wanted to see this next game. This is a sad state of affairs, man. We lost George Foreman recently. Of George Foreman, of Things Are Looking More Beautiful fame. Acclaim brought George Foreman to multiple platforms in licensed video games. This one is George Foreman's KO Boxing, 1992. These were 16-bit games, man. So this is one of those other cases of like, yeah, we're still going to put a version out for the NES, but like the Foreman games, Acclaim was very interested in showing off the 16-bit versions of this, and this was sort of like, oh, we're also making this, but Jesus Christ, don't show it to anybody. There he is. Yep. Is it 12 kids, all named George? I love this like futuristic font here. Like this is supposed to be a sportsy boxing game, and they went with like the fucking Bitmap Brothers Speedball 2 port font here. What the fuck are we doing? Oh. The former heavyweight champ is back from retirement. He still possesses the same awesome power and remarkable skills as he did before. Watch out, Big George is back. Shit. Lorenzo Bullet Luciano, a veteran journeyman in the boxing world, nicknamed Bullet for his lightning-quick jabs and fast footwork. You know, like a bullet. A tough, keen boxer who's been around. Okay. Oh, no. Wow, they made Bad Punch-Out. They made Bad Punch-Out. Look at this. Like that little ding ding noise it's making is me effectively getting a star, and then I can hit the select button to, you know, bust out another punch. What do I got to do here to get up? He showed up for a second there and then went away. Right. Oh, look at this. Look at the personality here. You thought bald bull. We take it to the Doritos Punch Count Corner. Like, you know, if they had something like that. Oh, don't give up, little Mac, little George. Whoa, I like blocked that shot and look at how much it took, so much fucking life off. All right, it's not just mashing the buttons, it's not just the D-pad. I don't like, you see me showing up there for a sec at the bottom like he's trying to get up, but we take it once again to the Doritos Punch Count corner. All right, George Foreman's non-intergalactic power punch. Yeah, I guess I can't block the special. Yeah, it's not like I'm mashing the shit out of these buttons, and I even am using turbo, and it is still not. It seemed like it was more D-pad oriented. Like, I keep wanting to punch him like when he walks back in, because that's what you would do in a much better boxing game. To recover from a knockdown, you must press the A or B buttons in rapid succession to struggle up from the canvas. Yeah, that's not happening. The controls are very Punch-Out-like, you know? Which is funny because the 16-bit versions of this game were a little bit more sports-oriented than this. I feel like I don't know what to do here. And I'm completely unable to get up from a knockdown. Oh, we both hit our supers at the same time, except his landed. Okay, it's got to be A and B back and forth, so... Ah! Except that that's still not fucking... Jesus. We take you now to the Doritos Punch Count Corner. Should have stayed in retirement, George. Ah! It's funny, like this game, like you talk about missing the point of the thing that you're trying to rip off. You know, the thing that makes Punch-Out work is its personality. And graphically, the characters are not realistically detailed, but they are detailed enough in a way that lets them, that personality shine through. And then you can use that to have tells and things that let you know what's happening here. And so the game becomes this call and response thing. Whereas I think if you look at the animation of the punches here, they happen in such a way that, like, you know, there's no tell beforehand because the guy doesn't fucking animate at all. And so, you know, other than his super punch, which I'm doing a fucking terrible job of dodging because, like, I'm usually hitting another button at the same time. And so it's, you know, not really giving me a great opportunity to deal with it. Like, everything just feels like it's happening at random. Okay, let's check here. If when he steps out and comes back in, does he always throw 2 to the body and then his super? Is that the one pattern this game has? What? Okay. We take you now to the Doritos Punch Count Corner. Okay, so is it 1, 2, and then super? Yeah, okay. Seemingly no opportunity for me to recover health. So it's one of those. Oops, well. Ugh. Not even an opportunity to get up. I would not have been a TKO because it was a new round, but okay. You know, like you're just fitting in punches, but he sticks to his same pattern. You know, it's like I can throw these punches in here, but you're still gonna come back in after this and go whoop, whoop, and then that. No matter what I do, so I can get like a little bit of damage in there. It's real weird. Such a weird feel to it. Man, I don't want to keep doing this. Please let this be 3-round fights, man. Okay. There he is. Tony Tornado Collins. Making his first appearance since receiving severe punishment in his last fight, he's determined to show the critics wrong and show that he's a quality fighter. looks like they tried to represent a different fighting style here, but the animations are so fucked up that it just looks like he's dancing. His body looks so fucked up. I don't like anything about this. Like, this game is really fucking fascinating because, like, if anything, this game shows you how good Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is. Because this is like the most artless take on that game. Like the most fucking cranked out, like just lack of understanding of what made that game great. Like this is like if someone just sat down and said like, let's make a game. Yeah, I mean those controls are fine, and you know it's a boxing game, so they'll fight. I don't know, and like didn't. Yeah, lack of animation. The crowd's not moving. There's no music. There's no. I like the Doritos. Like that's the the nicest thing about it is the Doritos punch count corner. Like these pictures of George are not flattering or good. Like they did not do a good job rendering George Foreman here. And again, I think the thing to remember is that this was primarily done as a 16-bit game. I don't even know if Beam did it, but you know, just felt like Acclaim probably went like, well, fuck, we should probably make an 8-bit version. And who cares? Let's give Beam $9. And you know, we'll keep the Doritos money for ourselves. Oh God, he's dead. None of these punches feel good or satisfying. Like there's no, you know, even the super punch just feels like a blit, you know, just such a farty mess. And this picture of George is this rendering of him is so fucking weird. Renko the Boss Fujioka, young unorthodox fighter from the Far East who had a brilliant international amateur career. He has good hand speed, but up to now has lacked knockout power. What the fuck am I looking at? Look at this body. Look at the body on this fighter. Just look at what we're looking. Look at this. Look at this. Don't look away. What? Oh, he ain't getting up from this one. Oh. I want to thank the back of George Foreman's head for preventing us from seeing this man's crotch on full display when he's knocked out. It's just a, you know, I'm sure we could seek out a Sprite rip and really get a good look at it, but it's so fucked up looking. Like this is body horror. All right. That's George Foreman's KO Boxing. Unpleasant. Unpleasant in every way. Unpleasant to look at. The audio is a mess, a grimy mess. You know, again, just like the most artless take on Punch-Out that you could probably expect, you know, that you did. A lot of developers over the years have attempted to make their own version of Punch-Out. There was one, what was it, Wade Hickston's Counter Punch? Is that the GBA game that was pretty good? It's one of the few ever games that have tried to be Punch-Out that actually did a pretty good job and had like some form of understanding of what Punch-Out really was. Because again, it's not a boxing game. You box in it, but it's timing and patterns and you know, recognition, you know, like it is so much about that sort of stuff. And then you do the dance, and then you hit the buttons and do the dance. This feels like someone, again, that someone sat down and said, we want to make a game that's like, you know, we want to make a boxing game. And they said, well, let's make it look like the best boxing game of all time. Certainly true at that point in history, maybe still true now in a sick way. Not the most realistic boxing game, that's for sure. Obviously, but a tremendous video game. This, again, it feels like that they just heard about Punch-Out and saw some screenshots of it or whatever, and then went ahead and made one. And there's just nothing to this in terms of giving the characters actual character, giving them the tells you need in order to make a Punch-Out style game work. And so in lieu of that, they have given you nothing. It's not like they said, oh, we have some ideas for mechanics that we're going to put in that are going to make this more realistic. It's not like they sat down and said, oh, okay, well, you know, Punch-Out is fine for kids or whatever, but this is the real deal. That's holy. We can't use real deal. It's a Vanders thing. Okay, but we'll do something like whatever. And then they gave it 0 in terms of additional mechanics to kind of back that up. In fact, it has fewer mechanics that, you know, like between rounds, you know, saying this is the round I want Doc to make weird blowjob motions with his mouth, and so that means I get more life back. You know, like the important stuff of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Artless. Ugly, like the enemy boxers are ugly in the way that unlicensed games are. Like, just, this is not the human form. What is happening here? What the fuck? What am I looking at? Like, there's multiple times in those 3 boxers that you just look at them and go like, ugh. What the fuck is this twisted form? This twisted shape I'm punching? What the fuck is happening here? None of it looks good. Foreman looks slightly better from the back, but then even then, you know, you end up with weird shots of him that are just like, it's just a bizarre mess of a video game. Like, it would be fascinating to hear, and the answer is always the same, right? For games of this era, licensed games, whatever. Like, there's, you know, you're in this situation where you don't have a lot of time to make a game, and you know, the budget's not there and whatever, and it's a 1992 NES game, so who the fuck gives a shit? And, you know, you're just cranking it out, whatever. You know, the stories are usually not all that interesting, but you want to believe that there would be an interesting story behind this. You know, that there would be like, oh yeah, well, we decided to make Punch, like, what, you know, it was probably like a 3 or 4 day period where they, what are we going to do with this? Punch-Out, but real. Okay, great. And then they set off and made it. And then at the end of the process realized this is shit. Whoops. Whatever. Doesn't crash. Ship it. Bad in every way. No redeeming quality with the exception of the Doritos punch counter. The question, do you think Mr. Foreman has ever played this? No, absolutely not. I don't think that anyone, I bet that no one in the George Foreman camp was shown this version of the game, right? Because if Acclaim is gonna take the game to them and go, okay, we just need to get approval from him or whatever, like, assuming there was a process, right? They're gonna bring the 16-bit version. They're going to bring that, and maybe, like, I assume it was on Game Boy, you know, and probably, like, they'll show that and go like, look, it's cool for a handheld, right? And they don't know any better, but they're going to show the best looking version on TV and then maybe a handheld version. Go check it out. To get that approval. The rest of them, no, they're probably not going to be shown the other versions, the other ports, the other fucked up versions, and all of that, you know. And yeah, I remember playing some of the 16-bit versions, and those were not, if I remember correctly, those were not good games either, but they were also not this, per se. So Yeah, man. This is, like, again, he maybe saw the 16-bit versions of the game, and I bet that if he ever saw the 8-bit version in a supervisory capacity and an approval capacity, it was a static image. Anyway, what do you think of this? Oh yeah, yeah. This all looks good. Great, George. What do you think? You like it, George? What do you think? You like it? My kids love it. Where's that put it on our list? I don't think it's as good as Little Samson. It's no Solomon's Key. Willow is a better game. It's certainly no Ring King. Rambo is a better game. Wizards and Warriors is a better game. Clax, significantly better. Kid Nicky Radical Ninja is a better game. You'd be better off with a copy of Solstice, The Quest for the Staff of Deimos. It's no Karate Champ. As far as sports games are concerned, tennis is better. Dino Wars Destruction of Spoondalaus is a better, sports game than this is, for sure. More realistic in a lot of ways. Better representations of the human form, even if you're just looking at a dinosaur, than some of the things you see, some of the twisted representations you see here. It's no Town and Country Surf Designs Wood and Water Rage. Malion's Secret Castle, better in every way. I would love, this has the glove, it just has a glove in it. You don't get small when you touch the glove in this one, but you cannot bump head to find box. Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road is a significantly better game. You'd be way better off with a copy of The Ultimate Stuntman. Dr. Mario is a better game. Greg Norman's Golf Power is a superior product. Oh, man. Ghoul School is better. The Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout is a better game. WCW World Championship Wrestling is a superior in-ring product. You'd be better off with a copy of Jordan versus Bird 1-on-1. Best of the Best Championship Karate is a better game, but also a very bad one. It's a bad one. It's no Knight Rider. All right. Is this better or worse than Power Punch 2? It's probably the question we're actually asking here. And it's worse. Though the creatures in this game look like more twisted alien fucking menaces than anything in Power Punch 2. Power Punch 2 at least tries to have some kind of some kind of personality to it. There's ever so slightly more going on in Power Punch 2. Like, it's not much, but it's kind of just enough to make the actual gameplay where you are doing the boxing ever so slightly better. But it's such a narrow... The Great Waldo Search is a better game. But this is better than Dudes with Attitude. It's not as good as Donkey Kong Jr. Math, but it's better than Bad Street Brawler. It's our new number 471. George Foreman's KO Boxing. What? Acclaim. I wonder what when all is said and done here, an interesting statistic about this list is going to be who is the worst publisher on the platform. Obviously, if you took everyone into account, I think Color Dreams ends up being, but licensed with the seal of quality, the seal of approval. Who ends up being the worst? It probably ends up being Acclaim, right? Because Acclaim and LJN are the same thing, basically. THQ had a pretty rotten run. On the platform, for sure. But Uncanny X-Men is the only licensed game all the way down here. And then NFL is kind of establishing a pattern here. We do have Home Alone 2. That's THQ, right? But then you got Wolverine right here. Yeah, that's probably how that works out, huh? Let's see. Maybe we have time for one more here, if we can. Let's try this out. Let's see if this is if this ends up being a little too much, then maybe we will come back to it next week, which would be weird, but we'll see what we can do with the time here. This is a game that Bunty Hoven wanted to see. It's the Terminator. Already off to a great start. Good frame rate. This game is radical. So Bethesda had the license. They sub-licensed it out for a console version. Or a console game. I don't believe this is a version of their game. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this. This looks like the game that Color Dreams was trying to make. Oh, and that's the beginning of the game. Like that was their little demo play, but they were just showing you the very beginning of the game, and that's all. Again, yeah, just fight your way. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, what a great precision. Like, just, you hit the button. What? There's a Terminator there this time. Okay, these are things we can stand. I want to get this heart. Whoa, baseline. Cannot jump and shoot. Is that supposed to be Arnold? Is that supposed to be Terminator with the skin on? It's a good tune. Terminators are known for being complete fucking dummies that'll just stand there and let you shoot them. So, you know, pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Can we catch this ladder? No? Okay. Yes, it seems like my two variety of enemies are Arnold-looking Terminator and Terminator-looking Terminator. Which I assume makes me John Connor at this point, right? Because we're not... It did say... Or I guess, is this Kyle Reese before he goes back? Is that what it is? Okay, can't jump up there. Was there a ladder back this way that I need to ride across the top? Okay. Ah! Stupid. Stupid. Oh, look at that. I can shoot up and down. That's fun. Ah! Ah! Okay, that's where the ladder is back there. So we... Stupid Terminators. So that's going to be a... Oh, no, that's not. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Yeah, so if we're fighting our way back to 84, then this is Kyle Reese then. This is not... This game's got a real problem with, like, what objects are solid and which objects are, like, background objects or whatever. Like, even that's inconsistent because there's a pipe back there that you cannot jump through, and this one you can. Ugh. Boop, boop, boop. Fuck you. Fuck you. I appreciate that I can aim the gun. You know, they do force you to deal with. Also, if you move, try to move and shoot, you get stuck in this, like, you know, this pull out the gun animation. Anytime you walk, he puts the gun away, and so your first press of the button always pulls the gun and doesn't shoot. It's fucking terrible. Oh, no, that's right. Okay. Oh, no. Did I... Fuck. Oh, yeah. Just like the one cool level in the light gun game, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. We're out here. No, okay, so I am supposed to go this way then. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. There's a moving platform there. It's the future. Fuck this game. Are you kidding me? I like this game because it looks bad and feels bad and sounds like there's nothing about it where you're like, well, you know. Oh, you fucking... And I can't pick that up. I have to move and put the gun away before I can pick up an item beneath me, because when he's in gun mode, he will not crouch down to pick an item up. That's... This whole game, man. This whole game. Do. Evil gun. It's a good thing the guns are facing the wrong way. Oh no. fuck. Like, even this image is bad. Even the frame rate of the logo trying to, like, they wanted to do a zoom effect and couldn't, and kept it anyway. Should have cut that. Should have cut that. Well, it's nice that the demo playthrough is also bad. I don't even... All right. Okay. That's the Terminator. That's the Terminator. Holy shit. What the f... I mean, exactly what you would expect. I think, in a lot of ways, for, like, licensed game based on action movie. Like, it just... There's a real gross trend of, like, those types of... Yeah, it's just really... I mean, if we're comparing, like, licensed game... I mean, you know, just right off the bat, I'm going to say... I would rather play Predator. Predator is a more playable video game. Not just due to big mode, but that certainly helps. Master Chiu and the Drunkard Hugh is a better game. Who Framed Roger Rabbit at least has some ambition to it. You'd be better served with a copy of Videomation. Dragon's Lair is better. Action 52 is better. This is worse than Knight Rider. It is worse than Cybernoid the Fighting Machine. But we're right here. This is... It's better than To the Earth. It's better than To the Earth. Which is, but just barely. It's not as good as Chiller. Chiller's a better game. It's our new number 459. Chiller's a better game. In every way. They're not directly comparable. Chiller is fun for a time. This is not. Lost it there. So there you have it. New number 459, The Terminator. That's a bad game. There's a weird run of games around this period of time. There's like the Alien 3 games that Acclaim put out. A lot of the Terminator 2 games as well, like RoboCop versus Terminator. Like there's a weird, like, that type of licensed action movie game that just kind of happened all around this period, 8 and 16-bit. That were real rough, real fucking terrible fucking games, man. Real fucking terrible games. It's licensed games in general, though, I guess. I don't know. Like, at least, you know, the nice thing you can say about Predator, which is not a good game, but one of the nice things you can say about Predator is that it doesn't really fall into that trap, you know, just being random fucking... Not random, you know, Japanese developed. Like, there's just... It has a totally different sensibility than a lot of these other fucking broken-ass fucking games that might as well all have been made by Ocean. some of these games, like some of these games are worse than even some of the stuff that Ocean. I don't know. It was a weird time. It was a weird time. But like these are the games that helped give licensed games such a fucking bad rap. You know, like this is the era that established a lot of that. You know. But you tend to think about it like the Simpsons games and some of the other stuff that, you know, Acclaim was doing. But you've got this kind of left field, like, you know, Mindscape publishing this and, you know, Bethesda being in the mix on a little bit here and there. Of course, THQ doing some of its stuff as well. Like, it, you know, like it was really just coming from everywhere. But the commonality is that a lot of it was just fucking terrible. That's been one of the interesting things about, you know, ranking all these games and playing all these games is seeing rare moments where like there's just a little bit more to this shitty licensed game. Like Die Hard's a great example of like, wow, there's like a weird ambition here. Or like the Lethal Weapon game, which is not a good game, but like as a brawler, it's got a certain tiny bit of charm for it. You know, like there's like these smidges of like, oh, they tried to do a thing here. And then you get something like this that is just like, we have no, the graphics look like shit. Here's these flat garbage platforms that blend into the background to the point where you don't know what's what. And the enemies are fucking shit. And just like top to bottom, you're like, what? This is fucking crazy. Crazy that you would see such a disparity in quality. Understandably so. I mean, you know, given the constraints and time frames and, you know, whatever, like, you know, good on the developers for getting anything shippable, I guess. But yikes. It's going to do it. It's going to do it for us here. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday with the podcast. And, yeah. You can go to 8bitnintendo.science if you want to see an annotated version of the list with links to all the other, you know, videos on YouTube and everything. Boy, oh boy. We still have some games on the list that we did not get to this time that we will plan for next week. Swordmaster, Shadowgate, and Daydreamin' Davy are currently on the list. If you've got more that you want to see, hey, check out patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann, and you can suggest some games. And I'll put them on the list, baby. I'll be back next Friday with more of this and Tuesday with the podcast. Have a good one.